Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a Lincoln Aviator. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Ford Lincoln here in Draper, Utah, for giving me some time with this Aviator. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for Scott. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 3-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town, and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 400 horsepower and then 415 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see that sharp line through the center. It's one of the distinctive things with the Aviator. And then popping down below, I love the headlight design here. And then I have the turn signal indicator just down below that. And then we do have fog lights with this. And then look at the grille there. It's, I think, a really good size because it does make a statement, but it's not massive like on a Lexus, for example. But putting it all together, let me guys think about the front end here with the Aviator. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255, 55, 20 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels, you got the silver with the metallic gray. And then we've got our fender flare here, Aviator badge there on the side, and then I like that silver trim. And then you can see more around the windows. And then here is the full side view with the Aviator. And then take a look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function, remote start function. We got the opening for the hatch, and then the Lincoln logo on the back. And popping into said back area, first off, we've got a bit of storage underneath. With the third row folded down, I mean, this is quite spacious. And then you can see the third row passengers actually get some vents. And then this is really cool for the seats. You've got that function right there to raise and lower the third row automatically. And it's actually pretty quick with the raise function. And then we do have a 12 volt here in the back as well. And when you're all done, just press that and then I'll lower the hatch. Got the cool light bar design here, and look at the exhaust tips there at the bottom, and then we do have parking sensors here at the bottom as well. And so putting it all together, let me guys think about the overall design here with the Lincoln Aviator. Taking with the door panel, we've got soft touch here at the top. We do have sunshades for the rear passengers, and then more nice leather trim down below. And then this is to pop open the door, and then I love the speakers for the sound system, really cool design. And then we've got these leather seats here perforated all down the center portion. Got your adjustments and everything on the side, and this is just to put the seat forward so you can access that third row. Now legroom here in the second row is great. We've got a little storage pocket. We've got our own climate zone here in the rear, and I like the finish on the vent trim there. And then you've got your little charging ports, some cup holders here, more storage. And this is for the sunshade, that's cool. And then we've got this little kind of center console. And I do like the wood trim. And then it is captain chairs here, by the way. Headroom is good. And then as for the third row here in the back, you can see they've got the same nice brown trim, but notice it's not perforated down the center of the seat like in the second row here with the perforated trim. Now in terms of headroom, it's fine. It's just legroom, like most SUVs in the size segment, a little bit more cramped, so typically reserve it for kids. Now take a look at the front door panel again, soft touch, and then down below as well. We've got all of our adjustments here on the side for the seats, including lumbar, and then you got your memory seat function. We've got blind spot running with the mirrors, and then again, cool design for the speakers. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments, the mirrors do power fold in, and then you got the door popper right there. And then really cool look here at the front seats. I love the brown coloration. It's kind of just a nice tone overall. Light controls there, and you can see more trim here on the dash, and then you got the recessed wood trim, and then soft touch at the top. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around, and then we've got practical controls here on the front, and the cool party trick is when you press cruise control, then the bottom portion illuminates with that. Pedal shifters there on the back of the steering wheel, and then you've got your regular stocks as well, which fancier than the Ford ones. Full digital gauge cluster here in the center. Just has a nice clean design overall. And then we do have a bunch of different drive modes. Yes, I know I'm out of fuel. Of course, you got an Excite, which is like your sport mode, conserve, you got normal, you got slippery, and then deep conditions as well. And then in reverse, we do have a 360 camera system, so trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. You got that bird's eye view as well. And yeah, really good resolution with it. As the rest of the infotainment system, response time is pretty decent. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up, as you saw with me clicking through everything there. Like, hey, we've got the ambient lighting stuff. And then with the seats popping there, we do have massage function on top of that. Like I said before, soft touch on the dash. We do have a heads-up display. And then you got the recessed wood trim that goes across and the nice soft touch. And then I like that with the dash. This is for the gear selector, right? And then you've got your parking assist, and then you've got that for the camera, and that's just for a shortcut for stuff on the car. So if we press that, actually press it, you can see like auto stop, start, and everything. And then down below, you've got analog controls for the radio, your climate controls, dual zone climate with heated and ventilated seats. And then we've got some cup holders here. And then underneath this is like your charging areas, best way to look at it. Parking brake here with your drive mode select. And then pretty big center console. I like the padding here on the top. And then glove box also, I mean, it's good size, lined with felt. And then we do have a panoramic center up top as well as a darker headliner. Now there's quite a bit of glare, it's hard to see the window sticker. But anyways, after all options on this particular one, $76,475 is the total MSRP. And man, it's kind of big. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blast warning throughout the rest of the rear. And I just noticed the back of the seat's soft touch. That's actually nice. This is gonna be a little bit of a different drive. Yeah, we're very, very low in fuel. And normally I'd risk it for the biscuit, but the gas station in this area is just far enough that like I'm not gonna deal with it. Sorry guys, but also not sorry at the same time. So I have devised a little plan here to get you guys somewhat of a drive. And I've driven the Aviator so many times. This isn't a new Aviator. They're not doing anything until 2025. So I think the review on the 2025 will be much more important than this review because this is a carryover. The biggest change for 2024 is just there's no more hybrid. The Grand Touring no longer exists for 2024. Just this V6 is the only powertrain. So that's the only difference. And this V6 is great. It's got it's got good power. I mean, here, I'll do another little one. It's got really good torque. The transmission's just boom, boom, boom. This is the same powertrain that is in the Explorer ST. It's a really good powertrain. I love it a lot. It's the same powertrain that's actually in my Ford Bronco as well. The Bronco, it doesn't feel nearly as quick as in the Aviator here because the Bronco is a much heavier vehicle with bigger tires. But yeah, in the Aviator, it feels very, very quick. And, you know, when you compare this to a lot of vehicles in the segment with the acceleration, I would say it's rock solid. And this camera system's really helpful, actually. It's a solid system. So overall, I think the Aviator still looks great. The door handles are funky, but I'm not reviewing the new Nautilus today, but I will be in the near future. And I looked at the door handles on those, and those are even funkier than these door handles. So I think that's just like Lincoln's trademark thing is how weird can we make the door handles? I don't know. It just seems like that's what they're going for. It's definitely different. And this is actually not too difficult to get used to. You know, like GMC with the Yukon, how it has like that's weird. But this, even though it's different, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I don't feel like it's too strange. Like I've already been able to get used to that pretty quickly. Like I said, lame drive, but the Aviator is very comfortable. Great powertrain, super smooth, like just a really good luxury car. That's what the Aviator's going for. Is it's going for not the performance luxury car like what a BMW or a Mercedes is trying to do nowadays. It's going for just luxury car. And so that means that, you know, effortless acceleration and then just really good ride comfort, comfortable seats, massage function. So if you're looking for luxury, which is not as common in today's market, that's what the Aviator provides. And I think that's, at least from my perspective, I think that's becoming more appealing because people are realizing, like, yeah, you can make these SUVs really sporty, like look at a BMW X5M, for example. Really cool SUV, but it's still an SUV at the end of the day. And it's like, if you really want that sports car experience, you might as well just go and buy a sports car rather than trying to shove that into the, you know, SUV platform. So let me know, guys, think about the Aviator, and let me know if you're excited for the 2025. I think it'll be interesting to see what Lincoln does, you know, how far they go with the Aviator. Because, again, looking at that new Nautilus, I haven't reviewed one yet, but looking at it, it looks like they're going all out.